Hush up, girl. Just stay down.
Who do you reckon they are?
It don't matter. They're on our land. Now you just keep quiet and stay down. I said stay down! I got the kid right in my sights. You better drop that gun. What are you doing here?
Just riding fence. Ponderosa.
Oh, you work for them Cartwrights, eh?
That's right, I'm Joe Cartwright.
I don't care what you call yourself. The sidewinder can go by a dozen different names.
You don't look like a sidewinder, Grandpa.
Carrie, claim jumpers are just people, and all people look different.
You know, you got a lot of nerve calling me a claim jumper. You're on our property.
You're on my claim, and I want to know what you're doing here.
Well, I just told you we're riding fence. If you don't believe me, go look in the pack mule. All we've got's hammers, nails, and some wire. We ain't got anything to mine with.
Carrie, here, keep your eye on him. I'm going to take a look at that pack animal.
Nice old guy, isn't he?
Now, don't you try anything.
Oh, don't worry, honey. You can put the gun down. We're not going to do anything.
I'm not alone, you know. My friend Xander is right behind you, and he's bigger than you, and a head taller, so don't you try nothing.
All right, mister. You can get your horses and get out of here. Stay out of here. Tell all your friends to stay out of here, too.
Yes, sir. Would you mind giving me my gun back?
I got it in your pack. And you keep it there until you get out of here. Now, get.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.
Let's get back to the cabin. Time to eat.
Lucky pair, those two. Well, they could have gotten themselves killed riding across other people's claims like that. I kind of like the big one, though. He was kind of gentle, know what I mean?
I bet that old guy's got a lot of friends, you know?
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
All right, girl. It's all right.
Is there any place we can take you?
Oh, cabin. Just over the hill.
Give me a hand with him, Jamie. Take it easy. You're gonna be all right.
I'll take care of them.
Oh, quit fussing. Now, if you really want to help, there's a bottle of good Irish whiskey in the corner back there.
All right, take it easy. I'll get you some. It's gonna take a lot more than good whiskey to get you feeling better. You got a wagon around here?
No, just a mule.
I'll have to go back to the ranch and pick up a wagon.
You ain't taking me off this place.
Yeah, when I bring the doctor out here, why don't we let him decide? That's his job, huh? Make that down, you'll feel better. There you go. You two watch him while I'm gone.
Don't worry, I can handle it.
Just keep him comfortable and make sure he doesn't get out of that bed. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Do you think it'll take him long?
Yeah, it's a good way to Virginia City.
But I mean, he sits a horse so well, I thought maybe...
Yeah, he's faster than most. He's, never had any trouble keeping up with me.
It was awful nice what you did. Especially after the way Grandpa treated him.
Yeah, well, we, both came when we heard the shooting. Well, it could be a while before Joe gets back. Best we see after your grandpa on shifts.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, well, you go on and do your chores. I can look after him first.
No, he's my grandpa. Besides, I can do it just as good as you can.
All right. Well, what if there's trouble? Is that make-believe friend of yours a doctor, too?
What?
Oh, that what's-his-name you tried to trick us with.
Don't you say anything about Xander.
Oh, come on, Carrie. I mean, that's just a bunch of silly girl stuff, and I'm not taking orders from a girl. That is, if that's what you really are.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're not like any girl I ever saw. Don't you ever wear a dress?
You do what you want.
Carrie, I didn't mean...
I don't care what you mean.
Hey, Clara, any idea where Doc Wayne is?
Well, yes, he rode out about a half hour ago to the Willis place. Why, what's the matter?
An old man named Sturgis fell down a hill, hurt himself pretty bad.
Sturgis? Does he have a granddaughter named Carrie?
Yeah, you know him?
I met him a couple of weeks ago when they came through town and picked up supplies. Say, while you go to find the doc, I'd best drive out there and see if I can lend a hand.
Hey, that'd be great. I'll see you out there. Thank you.
Sturgis? Where the old fool is?
I don't know.
Normally he's up and about by this time.
That's right.
Oh,
What?
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Owens.
Ain't you that boy that works over to the Cartwrights?
Jamie, ma'am.
What are you doing here, boy?
It's Mr. Sturgis. He fell.
And Vella, Uncle Gifford, what are you doing here?
We came to see Buford.
Did you come to help him? He's hurt bad.
As a matter of fact, we did come to help, yes. Gifford,
Take a look at him.
I think it'd be best if you two stay right here.
Just a couple of busted ribs. I'll mend. Always have.
It's might more serious than that, Buford.
You always did look on the dark side of things, Gifford.
What about Carrie?
What about it?
Well, who's going to take care of that girl?
Well, I always have.
You know, Buford, I think maybe we better take that girl with us.
You're right, Vella. About time that girl had a decent home.
Now, you two just hold on.
Now, Buford.
You're bad hurt. Since we were only kin, it's our duty.
I always managed to take care of her before.
Well, you can now, the way you're busted up. She's coming home with us, and there's an end to it.
Grandpa, what is it?
Your Aunt Vella thinks it'd maybe be better if you stayed with them till I got on my feet again.
Just kind of give him a chance to get his diggings going again.
Grandpa, I don't want to go. I want to stay with you, take care of you, always.
You all wait outside. I want to talk to Carrie. Now get. Now. Here. know you don't want to go with them, Carrie. And I don't really want you to go with them either, but I'm sick.
Grandpa, you've been sick before. I always took care of you. When I was sick, you took care of me.
That's right, but this time it's different.
You aren't gonna die, are you, Grandpa?
Of course not. Well, I said I was going to take you to San Francisco, didn't I? To look at the ocean, see the sights. Is that what I told you? Well, I never lied to you, have I? Well, I ain't about to begin.
You said you was gonna take me to Oregon, where all the trees are, and to Washington, where it rains, and where there's snow on the mountains all year round. Oh, Grandpa, I don't want to leave you.
Come now, Carrie. Here now. I know what I said. And now I want you to stop worrying about me dying. I got too many promises to keep. So you just go along with Aunt Vella and Uncle Gifford.
But I don't like him, Grandpa.
That's no way to talk about family.
But that's the way you always talk about him, Grandpa.
Well, yeah, but that's different. I know him better than you do. Well, they're still family, Carrie. Well, you're just going to have to make the best of it. Just for a little while. Is that right? Now give me a kiss. Now go out there and tell him to come back in. Now get.
Grandpa says come back in.
Carrie?
Yes, Grandpa?
I'm gonna let Carrie go along with you for now, Vella.
Good.
Just till I'm on my feet again.
Come along, child. Gifford?
Gifford, I want a word with you.
Be right with you, Bella. Bella?
If he gets better, we'll just bring her back, that's all. But I don't think he is going to get better. He looks like he's hurt real bad.
You say Carrie went with the Owens?
Well, she didn't exactly go. They just took her.
Mr. Sturgis, this food will be ready in just a minute.
All I want is for you to get out of my house and off my land.
Is that bread sliced?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sturgis,
Please.
Mr. Sturgis, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh.
Now, Mr. Sturgis, you get right back in that bed.
Ain't nobody telling me what to do in my own house.
Come on, Mr. Sturgis.
What's he doing on a bed?
You tried to get him to stay in, but he just wouldn't listen.
Oh,
Now the doctor take care of him.
I could sure use a sip of that whiskey.
What about it, Doc? Okay. So where's Carrie?
The Owens came and took her.
From what I gather, she didn't want to go with them.
Oh. What I've seen of the Owenses, I don't blame her.
Joe?
You were right about his ribs. No telling about his insides, though.
How bad do you think it is?
I think we ought to move him to my office.
Let's go make a bed in the wagon.
Yes, ma'am.
Ain't no use talking. I told him like I told you. You ain't stealing my claim. I'm staying right here.
Now, look, you could work that claim for the next 100 years, and all you'd ever get out of that thing was beans and bread.
How do you know?
Look, it is on our property. That mine's been worked out for years.
Oh, well, beans and bread may not mean much to you, young fella, but comes a time a man stretches long enough, you don't shame it.
Come on. Take a sip of this, make you feel better.
Oh, yeah.
You see, Buford, the doc's got to get you into town so he can take care of you proper like. You know, you want to get better, don't you, so you can work the mine? All right, you don't have to worry about it. We'll make out a paper if you want. The paper will say that I'll take care of it for you and protect it so nobody steals it from you.
That be legal, Doc?
If it has your signature.
Well, all right. But don't you try to pull any fast ones. I can still use that shotgun.
I bet you can. You don't have to worry. I wouldn't try to pull anything over on you. That's it.
Here, let me see that. Very well. There you are. See what you can do if you set your mind to it? Huh? Now, you go see how fast you can get my wood box filled.
Aunt Bella.
Now, don't you Aunt Bella me. We don't hire hands around here, you know. You eat, you work. Now, go on. Go on. Do as I say.
Oh, is Grandpa all right?
Oh, he's fine, isn't he, Joe?
As a matter of fact, Doc took him into town to be able to take better care of him.
Carrie?
Gotta get this inside.
Oh, here, let me help you.
You sure become the instant gentleman, haven't you?
I'm used to this kind of stuff, you know.
That's a cute little niece you got there.
Mr. Cartwright, I can't teach her responsibility. If you two do her work for her.
Jamie was just giving her a little hand with the wood, that's all.
It's possible that you Cartwrights may not realize it, but this is a hard country and a hard life. And the sooner a woman braces herself to stand up to it, a better wife she'll be.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is it that you want?
Aunt Bella, Jamie says they've come to take me to see Grandpa. Can I go?
No, you can't. And I'll hear no more about it.
Mrs. Owens, she'll only be gone a little while. We'll bring her right back.
She's my responsibility, Mr. Cartwright, not yours.
Please, Aunt Bella, I'll do whatever you tell me. Just let me go with him.
Good day, Mr. Cartwright.
Carrie, we'll let you know how your grandfather's making out. I'm sure your aunt will let you go see him real soon. Good day, ma'am.
Bye, Carrie.
Now, don't forget about the wood.
I don't care about your old wood. I want to see my Grandpa.
Don't you rile me, child. There's ways to handle that temper of yours.
I will see him. You can't watch me all the time. You'll see. You can't keep me here.
We will just see about that.
Let go. Let me go. Oh, you're hurting me.
Good. Good. Then maybe you will just come along quietly, right?
Don't leave me here. I'm scared.
Good. Maybe a night or two in there will take some of the fight out of you.
I'll be good. Just let me out.
Doc, how are you?
Joe?
Hi, Doc.
Jamie?
How's Mr. Sturgis?
The trip took a lot out of him, but at least he's resting.
Anything we can do to help?
Not unless you can dissolve 20 years. Turn his old bones into young ones.
I just meant if there's anything he needed.
I know what you meant. I'm sorry. He wants to live for that granddaughter of his.
Carrie.
Yeah. He keeps calling her name.
Well, Mrs. Owens wouldn't let her come.
The Owenses. They're a hard pair, those two.
We better get going. Doc, let me know if there's any change, will you?
Yeah.
Bye, Doc.
Yeah.
Joe, I think I'll just ride on back and talk to Carrie, all right?
Yeah. Be sure to get home before dark, yeah?
Don't worry, I'll be there.
Take it easy.
Hold it, boy. Hold it right there. Where do you think you're going?
I, came by to talk to Carrie.
Well, what's she got to say to you?
Nothing. I just wanted to tell her that her grandpa's doing fine.
I'll tell her for you. You better get back to your own. Now get, boy.
Will you mind if I water my horse?
Well, hurry up and then get.
Who's in there?
Jamie?
Carrie, is that you?
Yes.
What are you doing in there?
After you and Joe left, she locked me in here.
Well, I'm gonna unlock you.
Be careful, Jamie.
Carrie, it's padlocked.
Where's Joe? He'll know what to do.
I'll think of something.
What are you doing out there, boy?
I was just fixing to leave, sir. Carrie, I'm back.
What are you gonna do?
Just be ready. They can see us from the house. Come on. Carrie, come on.
Sorry, I just can't run. I'm sorry.
Girls, come on, lean on me.
What's the matter with you? Nobody tell Hop Sing, nobody be here to eat his food. Hop Sing, no, he just make you a cold
Come
sandwich.
on, Hobson. We in a horse told you he wouldn't be home for supper.
He did?
Sure he did, I heard.
So did I.
Don't you remember?
Hops ain't no time to remember. Too busy cooking food for people who not show. 真係有成日喺做起身，冇法子喺廚房度做到天光。
I'm gonna have to learn Chinese.
I don't know what you mean.
What time did you say Jamie left Virginia City?
Well, he left before I did. He should have been home a long time ago.
No. Maybe the Owenses invited him to supper.
I doubt that. They don't seem to be the type of folks to invite anybody to supper. What happened?
Well, I got to the Owens. Mrs. Owens got mad at her and locked her in the storage room. I couldn't just leave her there.
She all right?
Yeah, just a little tired. That's why it took us so long to get here. I mean, if I would have ridden any faster, she would have fallen off the horse. I'm sorry, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, that's all right, Jamie. She's asleep. We'd better get her into bed.
Here, I'll do it. Come on, honey.
No, go back.
No, it's all right, sweetheart. You don't have to go. All right. Not as long as I'm around.
Was it your idea I get a bath?
Yes, it's an old family custom. I brought you some clothes. They're going to be a little bit too big for you. They're Jamie's, but they'll do till we get you something a little bit better.
Joe, would you like me better if I wore a dress?
No, I don't think so. Clothes don't make a lady.
Jamie thinks it does.
Oh, did he say that?
Well, not exactly, but he said some other things.
Oh, like what?
Well, you don't think it's silly because I talked to Xander, do you?
Well, that was the friend you had with you when we met. Oh, no, I don't think it's silly. Sometimes we all need a friend like Xander, even if we have to make him up. If you can keep a little secret, I had a make-believe friend just like Xander when I was young.
You're not so old now.
Well, we're all going to be a whole lot older if you two don't hurry up and get down to breakfast.
Yes, sir. We'll see you downstairs, huh?
Is that what happens now?
Well, I thought I'd go over and talk to the Owenses.
I don't think that'd do any good.
Somebody's got to do something. We can't live with people that lock her in a corn crib.
I have an idea. I've got to go into town. You promise not to do anything till I get back.
Sure, I just want to see she gets a good home, that's all.
And we'll find one.
According to Doc Wayne, it better be soon.
Well, Ben Cartwright.
Oh, Clara. Hey, this sure is a pretty collar. How much is this?
Now, don't tell me you came in here to buy a dress.
Sure.
Hoss or little Joe?
You see Hoss in this? Not quite his color. Clara, tell me something. You find it awfully lonely living in that big house all by yourself?
Why, Ben, if I didn't know better, I'd say that sounded like a proposal.
Yeah, I guess it does. Well, it could be an interesting one if you have time to discuss it over lunch.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
All right, let's do it then.
They don't fit too good, do they?
Oh, they look all right.
Here.
Flower picking. What kind of work is this for a man?
Well, I just want to take some flowers to my grandpa. And Joe said he'd feel better if someone was with me.
Well, then why doesn't he go with you?
Because flower picking's no work for a man.
come on.
Thought I'd find you here.
Yeah, well, you just leave her be.
You stay out of it if you don't want what I come to give her.
Now get on your horse and ride out of here. You're not taking Carrie with you now or any time.
Don't you be too sure, Cartwright. The old man give it to me because she's kin. When the law hears what you've done, they're going to see it my way. Just you wait.
I told you to get out of here.
Boy, he can cause trouble, can't he?
I don't know. I don't think Carrie ought to go in and see her grandfather today, though. Better wait till Pa gets back.
All right, I'll go and tell her.
Hey, Pa. Should be home a lot earlier.
Is Carrie asleep?
Yeah. How'd you make out Mrs. Franklin? What'd she think of your proposition?
She loved it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she loved to have Carrie. I wanted to go by and see Carrie's grandfather, but the doctor said he's much too sick to see anybody.
Gifford Owens paid us a visit today.
All right, just to be sure I understand. Gifford came to the ranch. He frightened Jamie. Jamie ran. Gifford tried to catch him. You stopped that forcibly and ordered Gifford off the ranch. Joseph, I'm sure he deserved it. But I'm afraid you may have played right into his hands.
I don't know what you're getting so upset about. There was nothing I couldn't handle. I ran him off, and that's the end of it.
It's not going to end there.
Now, what's he going to do?
He can have you arrested for kidnapping and for assault.
Well, I wasn't going to let him take Carrie.
Joseph, much as you hate to admit the fact he owns is her only kin, there's nothing you can do to change that.
There must be some way.
Well, there is. Of course. Talk to her grandfather, but until then, she's got to go back to the Owenses.
Glenn?
Hello, Joe.
Get up pretty early in the morning looking for trouble, Owens.
I ain't alone this time.
Clem, what's this about?
Well, Mr. Owens here says Joe's holding a ward of his.
We agree not to press charges if you turn the girl loose. If you don't,
I'm sorry, Joe.
Well, I'll get the girl.
You're a lot more sociable now the deputy's around.
Only concerned that Carrie will be happy. And I don't think she will be with you.
She'll get everything she needs as soon as I start working that mine.
the most important thing, Mr. Cartwright, is that the girl needs a woman's discipline.
If you call locking a little girl in the storeroom motherly love.
Carrie? Carrie? Carrie's not in her room.
She's not in her room. She didn't come down at breakfast.
This bed hasn't even been slept in.
That's a trick. They could have hidden her anywheres. Now, you do what we come here for.
Joe, I'm afraid you'll have to come with me.
And claim you know very well that we didn't hide her anywhere.
Ben, I have no choice. My hands are tied.
Well, what about Carrie?
Well, what about her?
Joseph, go get your things. We'll find Carrie. Go ahead.
You just wait for us. I'll be right with you.
Now, let's find Jamie and go find Carrie. Maybe she went back to the cabin.
We'll try.
Be right with you.
Hey! Jamie! Have you seen Carrie?
No.
Well, she's gone. And the deputy's taking little Joe into town.
It's all my fault, Joe being in trouble.
No, it ain't your fault. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried. I mean, I just did what I had to. I couldn't just leave her locked up in that storage room, could I?
No. You did the right thing.
I think so, too.
Well, we gotta find her now. I ain't got no idea where to start.
Well, I think I know where she is.
Why don't you start getting the horses ready, and I'll go get my gear, and I'll join you, huh? Carrie, wait.
I don't care what you do. I'm not going back.
Carrie, Joe's in trouble because of you. He needs your help.
Wait a minute, Jamie. Carrie, I know how you feel. I know you're worried about your grandpa and all, and people tugging at you, and pulling and pushing and all. I know it's hard for you to understand that somebody needs your help as much as you need theirs.
You're just trying to trick me into going back.
Carrie, I wouldn't.
I heard them last night. They said there's nothing anyone can do. That I belong to the Owenses. I won't.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, Carrie. That may be the way it ends up. But right now, you're the only one that can keep my little brother from going to jail.
Joe?
That's the truth, Carrie. All because you ran away.
All right, I'll go with you.
Didn't have much trouble finding her, did you?
Well, does that clear everything up?
Mr. Owens?
If we get the girl back, and they mind their own business, we won't press charges.
It's all right if the girl comes by the Ponderosa and picks her things out.
We'll come get her.
Carrie'd sort of like to see her grandpa while she's here.
I'm afraid that won't be possible, Hoss. Poor old man died about an hour ago without regaining consciousness.
Carrie's ready to go.
How is she?
Just sits and stares, doesn't say anything.
Just makes no sense at all. They want Carrie to stay with them, and yet they mistreat her so badly.
I don't think it's Carrie they're interested in. I think it's the mine.
The mine? Well, it's worthless. Everybody knows that. Surely they know it.
I don't think so. I was talking to Gifford the other day. He said something about his wife looking after Carrie while he worked the mine.
Mr. Cartwright, the Owens are here.
Have them come in. So, Mrs. Owens, would you sit down, please?
Just tell Carrie we're here.
Well, before we do, I think we ought to talk about Carrie for a minute. You know, she doesn't want to go with me. You know, she's afraid of you.
You know, Mr. Cartwright, children don't always know what's best for them.
None of your business, anyhow.
That's true. Carrie is none of my business. But the mine is. See, it's on Ponderosa property.
Well, the old man said it was his.
Well, if he said it, he was wrong. You can check it out if you'd like, but it happens to be inside the Ponderosa fence line.
That's right.
I don't think it's any big problem. We can work the same deal with you that we did with Buford. You work the mine, you get 10%, we keep 90%.
10%? We can't live on that even without the girl.
Oh, well, you wanted to take Carrie. That's your problem.
Well, we could have took care of her, but without the mine.
Well, if it's too much of a burden on you, I suppose we could work something out, find someone to take her in.
Yes?
Might be able to find someone to adopt her, I don't know. That wouldn't be fair, though. She's your flesh and blood.
Yeah, that's right. But if she'd be happier living someplace else, we don't want to stand in her way. Gifford.
If we don't get the girl, we ought to get 15%.
10%, take it or leave it.
We'll take it.
Fine. We'll meet you in the lawyer's office tomorrow morning and draw up the papers. What do you think?
I tell you, Joseph, you sure are your father's son.
Carrie, guess what? We fixed it so you don't have to go back to the Owens.
I don't care. Don't make any difference anymore.
Carrie, you should
Go
be happy.
away. Don't want to talk to you. Don't want to talk to anyone ever again.
I understand. It's like that. I just mean, you don't have to talk to anybody if you don't want to.
I don't.
Carrie, there are people who care, even though you don't think so. They want to help you if you'll just let them. It took me a long time to find that out.
What do you mean?
I guess I mean I was kind of like you in the beginning.
You had someone?
My pa. When he left me, well, there just wasn't anyone worth talking to. Not for a long time. It's just like that.
Jamie.
It's all right, Carrie. It's all right. It's all right.
I can't thank all of you enough.
Clara, we're the ones that ought to be thanking you.
You and Carrie just take good care of each other.
Carrie?
Great gal.
Yeah.
Hey, all set to go, huh? Be sure to come back and see us, all right?
You really mean it?
Well, you're darn right I do.
Then how about next Sunday?
Hey, when old Hop Sing knows that he's got guests coming, he always fix something special.
I'll be there. Bye, Hoss.
Bye, doll.
Bye, Joe.
Goodbye, honey. Psst. She might need the bag, you know.
I know.
There you are, young lady. Now you remember what I told you. If you ever need anything.
I've got everything I need right here.
Bye, Jamie.
Yep, Rudy.
Bye, Carrie.